Howdy folks, Laxo here, and today we are going to get into, actually let's swap accounts real quick. We are going to get into my boy Stark. So last video I went ahead and did my polls on him for the soul box, and I went and did a quick little review on him, looked at war souls and leveled him up a little bit. Didn't really do too much with him because I couldn't. I kind of just got him stuck at blue because I don't have resources, because this is a game where they just kind of throw it. This is an extremely fast game, like an extremely fast game. I've had this account for like a month. I have about 100 characters, and I have all these 7-starred characters. And yeah, it's insane. Speaking of which, if you guys actually want to download this game, check the description. I'll have a link to download the game. It's honestly a lot more... It's a lot faster than regular Bleach. We call this Timu Bleach in my Discord. So if you did want to join the Discord too, check the description as well. And yeah, I've been doing videos on it for the past, like, I don't know, month or so. So yeah, anyways, well, let's go ahead and talk about Stark. Start with looking at his kit, and then we'll go into team comps, and then if I have a little bit of time, I'll go ahead and check out his team comps he could use. So I have him at 5-star. In case you guys are curious, I don't really have any war soul on him. He's more of a assist character right now. He helps the rest of the team. I have him with a map war soul just to give a little crit chance to the rest of the team. I don't necessarily need him to do anything right now, because when Stark goes off, usually I win the game. So, yes. Let's quickly get into his kit though. So, Mastery Skill. Looks like it deals damage to a single enemy, plus 20% additional damage for each stack of bleed on the target to a maximum of 60% additional damage. Adds 1 stack of bleed to the target for 1 round after the attack concludes. And bleed, as we know, at the end of each round causes damage based on the attacking character's attack. Based on the attacking character's attack. Yeah, based on the character that applied the bleed, based on their attack. So, let's talk about that again in a minute. We're going to get into the rage skill. Awakened Split Soul. Honestly, the old school... or the original rage skill, the original rage skill was a lot, I liked it a lot more, because I remember Stark like went up in the air and then this is all you saw. And then just did tons of damage to the enemy team, which was a lot more fun than him calling a bunch of wolves and the wolves go boom, 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 you know, which, I mean, I understand, but I liked his old school animation for his rage skill a lot better. Anyways, deals damage to all enemies and triggers each bleed effect on the enemies once. Fires 3 to 6 Setos at each target. So each target, each target deals damage equal to 10% of Stark's attack to each. At each target with 30% chance of adding 1 stack of bleed for 2 rounds. So it fires 3 to 6, so it's random. It could fire 6, and then you have a 30% chance on each to hit 1 stack of bleed. So you can apply up to 6 stacks of bleed on each character. And of course, you trigger all the stacks of bleed on a character, which is pretty gnarly. So he's a very, very high luck-based character. Which, you know, makes me think, I've never really thought about it, but what if we use Shattering on him? I wonder if Shattering would be a good war soul. Maybe I could test that. Anyways, at the end of each round, cause damage based on the attacking character's attack. The first time his HP falls below 50%, Stark regenerates a certain percentage of his attack and rage for each enemy character inflicted with dot effects. And then after Stark releases a rage attack, crit chance of all allies increases by 2% for 2 rounds for every stack of bleed on all enemies to a maximum of 20%. So 10 stacks of bleed gets you 20% crit chance. And then if you have on this War Soul right here, gives you an extra 37, so you're looking at an extra 57% crit chance, which is kind of nice. That would put his crit chance at 109.25. Pretty good. Anyways, so that is pretty much his kit. I like to have him there not for the crit chance, because you know the crit chance is nice, getting an extra 10%, I'm sorry, 20% crit chance, but I like to have him trigger the dots of the enemies also. So you can put him after Soy Foam. You can also put him before, but you can also put him after. So now let's talk about teams. Let's go ahead and remove him, and let's talk about team comps here. So actually, you know, since we're doing team comps, we might as well look at some people here, because everybody uses Stark. Let's be honest, everybody uses Stark. Let's see if people are using him correctly. There you go. Yeah, see? This is the exact team comp I was just about to show. So this is a very common team comp used. Is of course you have Lilynette in there to give rage to Soy Foam, and then you have so Nemu's in there just to get a revive off, because they're always going to aim for the main damage dealers, because you can easily beat a team with Nell and Stark. That's not a problem at all. The problem is with Soy Foam. You want to get her. So put in Nemu, protects the one shot, and then you could put in Urahara. He rages either if you go first round, he puts a shield on the entire enemy team, or on your team for a pretty good amount. Or if they go and then you go, you do get the shield. But if the battle continues to go on and on and on, when you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stacks of bleed on the entire enemy team, you get pretty much a shield on your entire team for their entire health bar. It's insane. So, pretty common team comp right here for Stark. Let's check out, is my boy Gain here. Let's see. Gain. Oh, Duke. He always has some pretty good teams. Let's take a look at Gain. Duke. Plus he uses Stark, so he's gotta have Stark. Come on. Let's see here. Does he have Stark? Once again, the exact same team comp. Shocker. Wow. Alright. So actually, we can look at War Souls too. Typhoon. I wonder. Yeah, I'm sure he has Stark. Let's be real. Typhoon has to have Stark. Stark. Oh, almost the same team comp. Actually, it is pretty much the same team comp. So what he did instead is he put in Zangetsu, because he gets a revive as well, or an 80% chance to revive. So once again, the exact same team comp. Let's take a look at, you know what, Johnny Foe. Johnny Foe. Let's take a look at Johnny. Okay, so he does not have her in the team comp. Gosh, it's so difficult to scroll with keyboard mouse in this. Okay, cool. So he is not using Stark. Instead, he went with my boy, Ulquiorra. So Ulquiorra just doubles the damage of all dots, which is also not bad as well. If you need a tank in the front row, it's not a bad team. Or it's not a bad idea to have him in there. But this is also not a very great team comp, because you got Byakuya in there. But at least he has the War Soul in the right place. So I think he might need to swap that War Soul down to Ulquiorra, because Ulquiorra's going to need it more than he does. Alright, let's look at one more. Let's look at one more here. You know what? No, I refuse to look at 7 because he has like fucking 15 accounts here. He does not get to be seen or featured on this channel right now. He has way too many accounts. X. Let's look at X, okay? X, this is what, Elon Musk or something? Let's go ahead and take a look at him. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at my boy Elon. What is Elon running here? Elon, yep. I mean, once again, dude, everybody runs like the exact same team comp. Instead of Kisuke, instead of Urahara, you have Ichigo to increase rage as well. So you have 2 rage regenerators. You have a rage reduction here. The only thing he's really missing is healing. Doesn't have any healing on this team comp, but nonetheless, it's not a bad team comp. So with that, I guess I can show you a team comp or two. And tell you what, I'm actually curious. I haven't changed my teams in like 4 world championships, so let's see. Where do I have him at? It's been so long, so... Okay, cool, yeah. So, what I have here is I have... I usually go first, and since my initiative is so high, it's like 53, 54k or something like that. I forgot how high it is. So I have Yamamoto. I love to put Yamamoto on these teams, by the way. I put Yamamoto on the team to reduce the enemy's rage and to cause bleed. I'm sorry, to cause a dot effect. And then they go, and then they, if they don't do enough damage to get Soifon to rage, I have a little bit of rage here with Lillinette. And then that will most likely get her to rage. So then she rages, and then she also triggers all dot effects, which she would also trigger the burn effects from Yamamoto. So Yamamoto gets the burn from there as well. One thing I'm probably not using Ichigo. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not using Ichigo. He would be a great substitute on this team, but let's see. What's my attack power at? 161.3. So if I put Ichigo in, it would be at 164. Yeah, so I get an extra 13k attack power. Putting Ichigo in butts. Unfortunately, he kind of falls off, and I need him on the same team as either Yamamoto or Nell. But yeah, this is also a good team comp. I have a little bit of heals here. I have rage control here. I have all the damage. I have rage regen. So this right here is a gold team. It's a very, very good team to use. I mean, I feel like I should try and throw at least one team comp out here with him. So, staple to have Nell in there. I feel like everybody should have Nell. It's like the first character everybody should get. You get... Did I say Nell? I meant Soifon. But Nell too. If you don't have Soifon, let's go ahead and drop Soifon from this team. Put in Nell, because if you have him, you should have her. Let's be honest. Have him, you should have her. Let's come up with another one here. So we have our Soul Hall. Now we just need to look at characters. So we can look at one of these characters. We can either put in Gin. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Push rage to either one of these two, which is not terrible. Most likely you're going to have Soifon in there. If you have a Soifon in this place, that would be good as well. Let's see, what else? You can put in... Honestly, I really do like to have Yamamoto in there. You can have in Zangetsu, not a bad one. You can have... Not really Tosin, I don't really like him too much. If this is your team comp, honestly, you can actually run... this okay, because if you have 6 runes on him, on Toshido, then you get the extra damage for... which isn't terrible, so... I just run this. And then for front row characters, let's take a look at front row characters. Can't run him. You need a little more of a tanky front row now, so I'd probably toss in, let's see, honestly, toss in her just to get some cleanses. Not terrible. And look, you have Rage right here. I'm sorry, not Rage, Crit. You're going to get some crit from him. So you're going to get extra crit there. You're going to get crit from her. Not terrible. Go ahead and look at these. Honestly, I always love to have Nemu on these teams, but if you don't have Nemu, Byakuya would be a good one as well, because so far all your characters attacks everybody on the enemy team, which is good. And then from here, honestly, you have a lot of options you could use. You could even throw in Ulquiorra or anybody like that too. So, let's see. Just go to all, look at your team comp, look at your characters, and say, what do I need? I need healing. I need rage regen, so you can toss in... You need rage regen, screw it. Toss in Ichigo. You can toss in Ichigo here, boom. You can do that. You have cleanse, don't need her. You need a little bit of healing reduction, boom, you could toss in him. You need heals, boom, you could toss in her. What else can you get out of this? Where is she at? There she is. You could toss in her. Not a bad tank. You could toss in her. Not a bad tank. So there are many different roles and ways that you can use Stark and still have a very viable team. So, honestly, once again, as you can see, every single team or every single person that we saw, that we looked at, except for one, I think, was using Stark. So Stark is a very good must-have character. I use him, as I said, I use him more so as a support than as an actual damage character, because he's not really much of a damage type unit. He just is more of a support to help out the rest of your units. So with that, let's go ahead and swap accounts back to here and wrap this one up. Let's go ahead and hit this actually. I think my screen's frozen. There it is. Is it going? No? It's still frozen? There it is. Cool. So, closing statements here. Always get Stark. You're gonna need him on all your team comps, your bleed team comps. And Soul Hall, you know, he is a part of Bird. Bird is there's a ton of good birds, so you can always use more birds. If you don't have Stark, it's not the end of the world. It's no biggie. And yeah, overall he's just a solid, great character to have out there. So get him for initiative, get him because he has a good heroic war soul. And yeah, enjoy. Throw him in there with any team, with any other bleed unit, and you can't go wrong. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap this one up. If you guys enjoyed this content, like, subscribe as usual, join the Discord. If you want to download this game, link will be in the description. And I will catch you all on the next one. Peace. Peace.